What do you have to lose? You're living in poverty. Your schools are no good. You have no jobs. Look at my African American over here.
Trump management was charged with discriminating against African Americans and breaking federal law.
I have a great relationship with the blacks. I've always had a great relationship with the blacks.
What the hell do you have to lose?
I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message. I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
Who's going to pay for the wall? Who?
We did discuss the wall. We didn't discuss payment of the wall.
Y fui muy claro y enfático en que México no pagará tal monto.
I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
I know more about ISIS than the generals do.
John McCain, a war hero.
He's not a war hero.
He's a war hero.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay?
Donald Trump compared his sacrifices to the sacrifices of two parents who lost their son in war.
How would you answer that, Father? What sacrifice have you made for your country?
I think I've made a lot of sacrifices, built great structures. I've had tremendous success. I think
those are
I've done a lot.
sacrifices?
The generals have been reduced to rubble. They have been reduced to a point where it's embarrassing for our country. You look at what's happening to our country. You look at the fact that we've lost our jobs. We're losing our jobs like we're a bunch of babies.
You tweeted this: 26,000 unreported sexual assaults in the military, only 238 convictions. What did these geniuses expect when they put men and women together?
Well, it is a correct tweet. He is really very much of a leader. I mean, you can say, oh, isn't that a terrible thing? He called, I mean, the man has very strong control over a country. He's been a leader far more than our president has been a leader.
A foreign policy expert went to advise Donald Trump, and 3 times he asked about the use of nuclear weapons. If we have them, why can't we use them?
Can you tell the Middle East we're not using a nuclear weapon?
I would never say that. I would never take any of my cards off the table.
How about Europe? We won't use it in Europe.
I'm not going to take it off the table.
You might use it in Europe?
Trump asked 3 times.
3 times in an hour briefing, why can't we use nuclear weapons?
Wouldn't you rather, in a certain sense, have Japan have nuclear weapons?
Saudi Arabia nuclear weapons?
Saudi Arabia, absolutely.
What safeguards are there to stop, let's say, just say any president who may not be stable from launching a nuclear attack against another country?
The commander-in-chief is the commander-in-chief.
Donald Trump decides to use a nuclear weapon. What is the time frame between his decision and when the nuclear weapons are launched?
Joe, it's scenario dependent, but the system is designed for speed and decisiveness. It's not designed to debate the decision.
Oy.
A man you can bait with a tweet is not a man we can trust with nuclear weapons.
When they call, I give. And you know what? When I need something from them 2 years later, 3 years later, I call them. They are there for me. When they call.
So in 2013, Pam Bondi, the Attorney General of Florida, she actually personally solicits a campaign contribution from Trump.
I give.
His charitable foundation gave a political gift, which you're not allowed to do, to the Florida Attorney General.
When I need something from them.
News of this donation is raising eyebrows because at the time, Bondi was considering whether to investigate fraud allegations against Trump University.
I call them. They are there for me.
The donation was made 4 days after Bondi's office announced it was considering joining an investigation into alleged fraud at Trump University. Bondi's office chose not to join the investigation.
She said she was going to look at Trump University. Shortly after she said that, she got the money. Shortly after that, she decided not to investigate Trump University.
You can't lead this nation if you have such a low opinion for its citizens.
How stupid are the people of the country? We're building a wall. He's a Mexican. You got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember.
You're living in poverty. Your schools are no good. You have no jobs. What the hell do you have to lose?
If you look at his wife, she had nothing to say. Maybe she wasn't allowed to have anything to say. He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals.
So you treat women with respect?
I can't say that either.
All right, good.
You can't lead this nation if you have such a low opinion for its citizens.
Trump has not released any. The Clintons have released their tax returns dating back to 1977.
This is a strong tradition going back to Richard Nixon.
Donald Trump is the first one who's refusing to do it so far. He should be judged accordingly.
The Trump Organization has partnerships that a large number of them undisclosed all over the world. He makes money by aiding the people whose interests don't coincide with America's.
Both Trump and Clinton have released letters from their doctors. Of course, Trump's letter was extraordinarily light on details. His doctor later told NBC News he wrote it in just 5 minutes.
It fell well short of the full medical history Trump had promised.
A new report is raising all kinds of questions today about exactly how charitable Donald Trump really is.
He's sort of engineered a way to look like he's being charitable without actually spending a dollar out of his own pocket.
It is historic, the level of lack of volunteered information.
Donald Trump took my money and ran with it. I became really interested in Trump University because they were going to be following the recipe book that Donald Trump has been following all of his life.
We're going to teach you what you need to know.
They were really high-pressure salespeople. I had some IRA money stashed away, and it was pretty much the end of what I had left on my savings. And they reassured me that I would be able to make my money back within a very short period of time. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go all in, and I'm going to invest in myself because I believe in what Donald Trump is telling me. So I started thinking something was really up when I realized that my mentor was not a real estate professional at all. He was a retired person that was reading off of a script. And then he would only take 3 phone calls from me. And after those 3 phone calls, he was gone. So then I started thinking, was like, wait a minute, I met these people not at a university, but at a hotel conference room. And I gave them every last penny that I had. And they picked up all their bags and they were gone.
It was a scam, starting with the fact that it was not a university.
Even a former member of Trump's own sales staff testified that it was, among other things, a joke, a facade, and was just selling false hopes and lies.
So here I am out, my savings, anything that I was going to be doing in the future for my kids or my retirement, is all gone. So this is fraud, and this is big time fraud because he's done this with thousands and thousands of people. If you look at how he's negotiating his way into the presidency, you'll realize that he's just playing this country just like he played everybody else in the Trump University.
Why doesn't he show his birth certificate? There's something on that birth certificate that he doesn't like.
Oh, my God.
Maybe it says he's Muslim.
Perhaps because he's a Muslim, $5 million to a charity of his choice
if he releases his college records and applications. We know nothing about our president.
Does he love America? I don't know if he loves America. I hope he loves America.
He doesn't get it, or he gets it better than anybody understands. We're led by a man that either is not tough, not smart, or he's got something else in mind. There's something going on.